Well, if you're anything like me, and you were expecting more, wanting more during WrestleMania 42, then welcome in. I'm gonna need some coffee with this review. What's going on, guys? I'm Flip. Welcome to Flips.Corner. I post wrestling, gaming content. Appreciate you guys clicking on this video and watching this. I have some notes written down. I don't know how accurate I'm gonna be on that. I wanted to start the review off a little different. I didn't want to come on here and completely make a fool of myself, if I'm being completely honest with you guys, because I was really disappointed last night. I was all over the internet after the show, kind of just seeing what people were saying, and I didn't know whether to feel bad or laugh at the people sitting in that audience last night. I wanted to feel bad because they got a bad show. They did. But just to sit in that arena for what, an hour and 15 minutes? Your main event barely goes over 20 minutes. Bare minimum. That is like bare minimum shit right there. That is the biggest headache of this pay-per-view. We got 3 hours of advertisements. This is like, WWE is turning into the cash cow for ESPN, Disney. They're turning into the clown. You know that meme of the jester sitting in front of the queen? That's what WWE is. They treat WWE like a giant advertisement board to get you to watch movies, to get you to buy shows and UFC, and there's nothing wrong with that. But when WrestleMania is our Super Bowl, it's a slap in the face. It's a slap in the face to the fans, the people that bought the show, the people that sat in the arena during that shit show. The WWE is reaching depths that they haven't reached since 2018, 2019, when the product was unwatchable. That's when I literally stopped watching WWE, was from 2018 to 2021. I think I got back into WWE when John Cena returned to face Roman, and in 2021, that's when I came back. Started getting better with the Bloodline. 6 straight bad pay-per-views. You could go back to goddamn WrestlePalooza, and you could name me off every pay-per-view, and I can explain how bad it was. I'm gonna start off with the good. There wasn't much, if I'm being completely honest with you. There was not much good on this show. But I just want to say right off the bat, Gunther versus Rollins. That was probably your match of the card. Both of those guys, although they didn't have a lot of time to build a story, build a little bit of heat with each other, they both delivered. Seth Rollins and Gunther are 2 of the most consistent guys in the company that just deliver good matches. You could go back in my videos and see me hating on Gunther. I'm not a giant fan of his character, but his in-ring work, great. Seth Rollins, I was worried about how injured he was. He looked great. Those 2 guys, without any titles, without barely a month of story, gave you something that was worth your money. I don't mind a longer entrance during WrestleMania at all if it's going to draw me in. If it's going to draw me more into the product. But I did like the longer ramp. The LED screens, I didn't think that they were that bad. The big stage, I mean, you could see that they built that shit in a couple days. I mean, there wasn't that much thought into it, but the screens were okay. They weren't horrible. I mean, Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu, they had an okay match. I mean, it wasn't horrible. Was it something that we've never seen before? No. It was an unsanctioned match, but it didn't feel like it. I was watching JD's review, and he was saying how the ref should have been dressed up like street clothes, like how we dress. You know, give the match a little bit more of a street feel. He was just dressed as a normal referee. Got the positives out of the way. Alright, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to list the full show. If you guys haven't already, please like the video. Please comment below. But let me know how you guys are feeling. So the women's tag team match, I literally have one word written down. Page. Because that was it. It was the only good thing that happened during that match. Didn't find the match too intriguing at all. In fact, I was watching the show and I was scrolling on my phone during that match. I just didn't really care. And the outcome kind of sucked. I honestly thought that Lyra and Bayley were going to win. The way that Bayley barely has gotten into WrestleManias the last couple years. She wasn't in WrestleMania last year. I honestly thought that they were going to give the titles to Lyra and Bayley just as like a thank you. But instead they give it to Brie and Paige now you have yourself in a confusing situation, because how are you going to break that up? Are you going to turn Nikki heel again? We just saw her heel last year versus Stephanie. It doesn't make a lot of sense. They won at the moment, which is fine, but now you're going to find yourself in a more confusing situation. We had Becky versus AJ. You've seen these two already. Becky won the belt back. Is that the end of the feud? Honestly, I hope so. I hope that AJ can maybe go chase Paige now, because that doesn't need a belt. Give AJ a little bit of time off. Becky, have no idea who she's going to feud with at all. But at least you get the belt back on Becky. Belts look good on her. And you give AJ a little bit of time off. Hopefully we get AJ versus Paige in the near future. Here's where the pay-per-view takes a nosedive. I mean, it was already going down. And I was hoping, alright, Liv Morgan and Stephanie Vaquer, they're going to tear the roof off this place. We're going to get people jumping off the top rope. We're going to get that animosity that we have seen from those two the last couple weeks. We're going to see that. This match went 9 minutes. A women's championship match went 9 minutes. The fact that this was a championship match is embarrassing. It has nothing to do with Liv and Steph. It's the booking process. And it's not like the match was any good. Liv won dirty. The only thing that I can think of is eventually we get Roxanne Perez versus Liv for the title. But you built Stephanie Vaquer so unbeatable throughout the last 6 months. And then you have Liv Morgan win dirty. It's lazy that the entrances were longer than the Women's Championship match. It hurts my heart to say this, but we're talking about the main event next. Main event. I said this before, I've been saying it for weeks, months even. This was the one match that was going to right itself. Cody and Randy. But instead, WWE was, 6, 7, 8,000 tickets short on packing the arena. So they had to add Jelly Roll. Terrible. They had to add Pat McAfee. I don't mind Pat McAfee on the mic. I think he brings that younger character, but the energy that he brings, I feel like, is good for the show. Pat McAfee does not belong in a WrestleMania Championship match. Like I said, this was the only match WWE didn't have to touch. And they completely fumbled it. I mean, they completely fumbled it. Instead of just letting Cody and Randy go out there and just have a war with words, with technical wrestling ability, we were distracted by Jelly Roll giving Pat McAfee an elbow. Pat McAfee was involved in the story for a month, and he was out of the match in 5 minutes. Like, what is that? What is that? Randy Orton getting all bloodied up. They want to put Cody over so bad. That aspect of that match should have been with Fatu and Drew, and I honestly believe that they didn't do it because they didn't want another match to come close to Randy versus Cody. That's my honest opinion. I think that they were holding back. Quite evident. I mean, that's the only excuse that I can think of. I'm going on about 15 minutes here on the review so far. Like I said, that is the base of WrestleMania. That's your WrestleMania review from me. You could honestly probably go to your local indie wrestling show and you can get better wrestling than what we got last night. I'm pissed at how it happened. I'm pissed at how bad this product has got. Just lazy. They're lazy. With a roster like this, there's going to be a drop in overall interest. I honestly, and the way that people are reacting, it makes me happy because people are finally like, oh my god, this is terrible. Like, the power that you could change these shows, use it. You have social media. Please go on social media. Because this is the only way that this shit is going to change. We had 2018, 2019, 2020. Those years were terrible. The only way that shit changed is by doing this. Is by people like me and you coming on here and talking. But I don't know, man. I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to bore you guys. I was just exhausted. I mean, I was up. The only thing that I think kept me happy was that my Fly Guys won their first playoff game in 6 years last night. I think that was the only thing that was like holding me back from making a review, because I was watching them, I was watching Mania, I was trying to keep up. if I didn't have the Flyers on last night, I probably would have fallen asleep. But that's all I got, guys. I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna ramble on anymore because I probably could. But if you guys made it this far into the video, I appreciate you guys. The bar is so low for tonight. The bar is so incredibly low. I wish I could say that the WWE is gonna deliver, but I don't think they are. I'm hoping that we get more exciting matches. I mean, we have a ladder match. Obviously, you got Punk and Roman. You got Dom and Finn. I know people are looking forward to the Demon. But I appreciate you guys watching this review. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'll see you guys later.